Every founder knows this feeling, like there's a storm inside, a fire that won't let you rest. You're building something no one else sees yet. You wake up in the middle of the night, heart racing, mind spinning with a million what-ifs. Every decision feels like walking a tightrope over a bottomless pit. Imagine that, but now imagine something darker, lurking beneath all that adrenaline and hope. A warning siren ignored by countless founders before you. The one red flag that doesn't just threaten your startup, it threatens the core of who you are as a creator, as a leader, as a human being building meaning out of chaos. It's a silent killer disguised as something innocent, the slow, creeping loss of clarity about why you started in the first place. Not the product, not the market, but the truth about you. The voice inside that first pushed you to say, "I'm not taking this, I'm making something different. I'm here to break the rules." When this flag waves, everything else starts to crumble. It's not about money, no. The money can come and go, loans and investments. You can ride that roller coaster 1,000 times and still find your center. It's not about a bad hire or a competitor creeping up behind you. It's far more deadly because it lives inside you, inside the core of your mind and spirit where decisions are born. This flag is when founders begin trading their vision for comfort. When the original fire morphs into a flicker, politely extinguished by convenience, by pleasing the noise of the crowd, by adopting every normal rule that suffocates radical ideas. When the rebel becomes a prisoner of their own hesitation, when the founder stops becoming and starts just doing, chasing quick wins, copying playbooks, trimming edges until all that's left is a safe, bland shape that looks like every other product on the market. Most founders will never admit it, because admitting you're losing your edge means admitting you're losing your power, and power for a founder is everything. But here's the brutal truth. If the fire inside starts to dim, all your wins become illusions. You can amass users, raise rounds, build teams, but it never feels like enough. You wake up feeling empty, disconnected from the very mission that once made life electric. That's the real red flag, not slow growth, not technical debt. This is the alarm that screams, "You're losing your soul." Why does it happen? Because the system we fight against is designed to snuff founders out quietly. It promises freedom, but delivers protocols. It sells dreams, but rewards mediocrity. It clocks founders into routines, meetings, metrics, until radical ideas are shaved into acceptable shapes. It's a trap disguised as a ladder, and many founders climb it only to realize the next rung is missing. But here's what every founder must understand. This doesn't have to be their fate. The fire can be relit. There is a way out of the fog when everything feels gray, when every day blends into a sterile version of progress that doesn't satisfy the hunger. The answer begins with a relentless kind of honesty. Not the flattering self-talk that tells you you're almost there, but a savage assessment that strips away excuses like debt, team drama, or market timing, and forces you to confront the one thing you control, the clarity of your vision. What is your mission really about? Are you still shaping something that challenges the world, or just a company that fits inside it? This simple question, when armed with brutal honesty, becomes a compass. Next, founders must learn to embrace radical unlearning, not just tweaking strategies, but shedding every belief, habit, relationship, and commitment that no longer serves what you're truly building. The world is built on assumptions about growth, about leadership, about success, but none of that is carved in stone. Founders who dare to unlearn fast enough don't just survive, they redefine the rules entirely and build new realities that the system can't swallow or ignore. Then comes the power of selectivity. This is where most founders fail silently, drowning in endless input, advice, feedback, market signals that clash and confuse. Clarity doesn't come from trying to hear all voices. It comes from finding the rare few who burn with you, whose fire complements yours in brutal honesty, in fierce alignment. The right partners, advisors, team members who don't comfort you but challenge you. Constructive friction is the lubricant for breakthrough. The isolated genius is a myth. True power is a brutally synergistic network of uncommon minds. Patience is the misunderstood hero here. Founders want quick victories because the world screams it's possible. That delay means failure. But eternal patience means playing beyond the noise of trends, beyond the tyranny of quarterly results. It means mastering time itself, knowing that the rare and radical take shape in long arcs of struggle and refinement. It's endurance with fire, persistence with humility. When these parts come together, relentless clarity, savage unlearning, fierce selectivity, and eternal patience, the founder does something profound. They stop living a borrowed life dictated by markets and noise. They become sovereign, guided by the iron will to create beyond the confines of the system. And this is where true power lives. This is not just about startups or business success. It's about a deeper kind of freedom. The freedom to dismantle illusions, to refuse convenience that kills your fire, to transcend limitations not just of resources but of mindsets and inherited truths. The founder becomes a radical force, not just building products but forging existence itself. For those watching this now and feeling that unbearable tension, a quiet voice inside screaming that you were made for more, know this: you belong to no nation, no platform, no standard template. You are part of a rare network of creators who do not scale noise, but amplify essence. You don't crave belonging, you craft becoming. And it is in crafting your becoming that you will find the pathways out of confinement. The red flag you fear is not a curse, but a call. It calls for a revolution inside you. Not the noisy uprising everyone expects, but a quiet, ruthless transformation. Becoming sovereign means wielding your will like the sharpest weapon. Question everything, absolutely everything, even this advice. Don't accept handed truths. This is where the founders who burn brightest live, not in comfort or status, but in the dangerous, uncomfortable space beyond consensus, beyond the rules that almost trapped you. Here, the exceptional is nurtured. Here, connection is not a buzzword, but a life raft. For the misaligned brilliance, the misunderstood, the rare individuals pushing the boundaries. This is the secret. You don't need to fix the world. You just need to free yourself to build what's next. The system won't help you. No guru, no investor, no trend will liberate you. Liberation is in the patient, selective, and unwavering becoming of your individual power. When you align with who you really are, not society's masks, you summon a force that no algorithm or market downturn can devour. It is a new kind of freedom, ruthless, profound, and deeply personal. The flag that so many founders fear is a gate, not a prison door. Step through it. Burn the borrowed rules. Find the few who share your fire. Build the networks not of noise, but of raw, unfiltered power. And from that place, create not just a startup, but a revolution of the self. If this feels like a call in the dark, a promise in the chaos, it's because it is. The path forward is never easy. It demands more than hustle or grind. It demands truth. It demands fire. It demands a fierce refusal to be anything less than who you were born to be. No compromise, no retreat, no excuses. The only thing founders should fear is losing themselves on the way. Because when that happens, everything else dies with it. Hold on to your fire, because the world is counting on the rare, the few, the ones who will dare to become more.